The manufacturing sector is said to contribute 24% of the country's tax to GDP, employing over 1.8 million Ugandans. Many investors attempt to gain tax incentive from government. The investors are supposed to have a starting capital of $35 million, approximately over 120 trillion shillings for foreign investors, and $5 million, approximately over 17 trillion shillings for local investors, be granted the tax exemptions. However, the local manufacturers have questioned the figure, saying it is meant to kick them out of the competition for the incentives.
How many Ugandans have ever touched $1 million, let alone $5 million? We believe that tax policy and tax law must resonate with the environment in which the taxes are to be administered. As such, our proposal on this is that the thresholds must be lowered a bit further. Our argument is that $10 million as a threshold for foreigners and $2 million as a threshold for locals is relatively reasonable.
There are very few Kayembas who have started business sustainably. That is my question to you. It's because the government and the budget and these tax procedures have not supported us to start small and medium industries, which are for us, the ones who came out of Makerere, the one who came out of Mbale, the one who came out of Mbalala.
The manufacturers have asked for tax exemptions, as the case with foreign investors. They also demand exemption on imported scholastic materials.
We want piece of the cake, my brother. We have stayed out for long. Lower the what? Lower the threshold. This is what we can manage. This is the level of investment in agro-business you are talking about. Let us start.
The manufacturers in this sector were stuck with product, books, pencils, name it, for 2 years with no relief whatsoever.
So if everybody is enjoying an exemption, then where will we get the revenue? I would wish to see the numbers in terms of impact also, what that will do to the country. How many companies are we talking about?
I think enough is enough. Actually, our thinking is we have artificial industries. Yeah, we have artificial investors. That one day, if we remove all the incentives, we shall have no industries. It is high time you hit the road hard and bear the burden. So that way we shall have natural growth of genuine industries.
Legislators have challenged the manufacturers to venture in activities that lower the cost of production instead.
I would have loved a presentation that also has the other leg, that if we exempt here, and there are these benefits, there will be these revenues in this way. We have a targeted increment of 3 trillion.
Why don't you manufacturers of these products invest in agricultural production of your raw materials to make sure, because we are suffering, because you have been packagers, assemblers, rather than manufacturers.
How do we import starch from maize when we have maize rotting? All those questions are there.
Uganda Revenue Authority is expected to collect 25 trillion shillings to cater for 53% of the country's budget in the next financial year. Ramson Mihire, CTV Pem Edition.